good, y'all? It's Naazir. In today's video, we're going to be going over my recent pickups from the last week and a half to 2 weeks. Now, we do have a lot of things, as you can see behind me, to talk about. And then on top of that, we also do have 4 pairs of sneakers as well. Now, the reason I haven't done one of these in a while is because I've literally bought so much stuff in the last month to 2 months that it would really be a really long video, and it would just basically be like my video that I did for the back to school haul, base boosted on 8,000. So I was trying to spare you on that, and then on top of that, I've been in school, so you know, you already know how that goes, college student life and stuff like that. But with all that being said, let's get into what you guys are here for, the clothes. Now the next piece we do have up is this vintage nutmeg University of Georgia Bulldog sweatshirt, and I actually just picked this up yesterday, as you can tell, because it still has a tag that says $6.69 on it. But I just picked this up yesterday just because the weather is starting to change. I've been focusing more on trying to pick up like good sweatshirts and stuff like that, just because I'm usually someone that wears t-shirts and stuff all year round. So I'm trying to change it up this year, and I just love the graphic on this one. It's not cracked or anything like that, and it has this slight puff to it. So I really liked it, and yeah, that's really it on this one. So let's get into the next sweatshirt, which I think is probably going to blow this and a few of the other clothing pieces out of the water. Now the next piece that I do have up is this vintage TNT Notre Dame sweatshirt, and I actually just picked this one up today. But to me, this sweatshirt and just the way it looks and everything is so crazy. Like, it's not a white, it's more like a whitish gray with like this, you know, the little scribble-ish type thing going through it. And I also like the little ribboning and stuff that it actually has around the cuffs of the hands and the collar. I just love the way that looks. And also the graphic is not cracked at all in this one, which is crazy because it's printed on TNT tags, so it's probably early 90s, late 80s. And I actually picked this one up for $28.50 today. Yeah, I picked this one up today. I had a lot of store credit at Ragarama, so picked this one up today. I just love the way it looks. I already love the way it fits because I know how these type of sweatshirts fit, and that's really it on this one. So let's get into the next item. Now the next item that we do have up is this Hard Rock Cafe embroidered like sweater, and I actually grabbed this today while I was out at the Thrift because I was on my way home, and I was like, you know what, like, why not? Let me stop by. And I've never seen a Hard Rock Cafe sweater like this. It's a quarter zip, there are no pockets or anything like that, and it is a large, but it looks like it'll probably fit me like an XL. So I'm pretty satisfied about that. Picked it up for $6.69. A lot of this stuff still has the tags on it just because I haven't even like done my whole thing with it. This is all literally fresh content. But yeah, I just thought it was dope. I mostly picked it up just because he has the embroidery, and I stand for things with embroidery because I love that detail. So without further ado, let's get into the next item. Alright, now the next item we have up is actually a Windbreaker, and it's just this vintage Spalding Windbreaker. Spalding, like, you know, the basketball and like boxing glove company. It's just one of their old vintage windbreakers, and I mostly picked this one up because I was in the Thrift and I saw it, and I was kind of like, it was a ooh shiny moment, and then I saw how much it was, which was actually $4.49, and I was like, that's a steal for these, because when I used to work in a shop and anywhere else that I usually see these, they go around for like $30 or more most of the time. So for $4.50, can't really go wrong with it. It's something that I can definitely work into my wardrobe for sure, and if I can't, then I can definitely get my money's worth back. And it was just a nice little super dope, you know, jacket. You can never have enough windbreakers, especially when you live in an area that's kind of windy and stuff like that. Essential. So let's get into the very next item. Now the next item I do have are these vintage Adidas sweatpants. Now I did just pick these up today, and part of the reason I picked them up is because they actually do have the exaggerated Adidas stripe piping down the side. And then I also noticed this giant Adidas right here. And if you guys follow fashion, or Kanye West more specifically fashion wise, you would know these look very, very familiar to those Calabasas track pants he dropped. So when I saw that and the colorway kind of resembled in my head what I was trying to be, I think these are probably 9 out of 10 where he got his inspiration from. So I picked them up because just the thought of that was super dope, and I don't have that many pairs of sweatpants that I can wear outside, so I had to pick these up for sure. And that's really it on these. Still a super dope piece though. Definitely recommend picking up sweatpants, especially for this time of year, especially if you're in school as well on top of that. But yeah, that's it. Now let's get into the t-shirts. Now for the next tee that we have, I actually just picked this one up today, like maybe an hour ago, is this vintage University of Georgia Bulldogs t-shirt. And I picked this one up because it kind of threw me off guard, but I knew it was more vintage actually when I saw the Sophie tag. I don't know if y'all can really see that, but I thought this was super cool. It was $2.69, and for some odd reason I've been picking up a lot of University of Georgia related stuff. I think it's just living in Atlanta now, I'm more like migrating to it than any other like team or anything like that, or school. But I thought it was super dope, and I'm trying to build up more red t-shirts. For some odd reason, like, I have more greens and blues and like black and white, of course, than like actual like colors that pop. So I'm trying to work on that right now in my collection. So I definitely picked this one up, and I think I won't regret wearing it either. So now let's get into some of the crazier things that we have as far as the tees go. Now, this is one of two of the craziest tees that I picked up in the last week. Now, I did have a lot of store credit at Ragorama last week as well, just because I've been getting rid of some stuff that I don't really wear, just because I'm trying not to more of keep everything. I'm trying to build it to where it's more well-rounded, you know, like you'll actually get around to wearing the clothes. And when I saw this one in the Ragorama, I was flipping through the racks that they have in there. You know Ragorama, you know they have their little racks of different sizes and stuff. And I just happened to be looking through the medium size stuff because that's like my brother's size. And I saw this and I was like, bro, you know that the Scott's outside, right? The Travis Scott Fortnite tee? And I did also do my legit check on it, and I did have it checked by other sources and things as well. And I thought this was a super duper nice pickup. And the part that made it even crazier is that I actually picked this tee up for retail. I know this shirt's going for around 70 to 80 right now at StockX. So for me to pick it up for retail at a Ragorama just using store credit, I was mad satisfied with that. So with that being said, let's get into the next tee. Now this one I'm actually really hyped to wear in the future, and that's because it's actually a vintage bootleg Tommy Sports sweatshirt. Now if anyone knows Tommy and Guess and like, you know, those higher up brands were very like not really duplicated but replicated during the period of the 90s and things like that. So this is actually one that is actually from the 90s, and I actually ended up picking this up at a store down here called Drugstore Atlanta. And of course, like usual, I was doing a trade and I saw this and I just had to get it. It's just really unique to me, and even though it has a few stains on it, which I am going to be getting out, I just thought that it was very unique, and it's not something that I see every day or that I usually have in my collection. So I had to pick it up just for that main reason, and here it is. But let's get into the last piece of the clothing portion of this. Now for the last piece of clothing that I have, which ironically matches the shirt that I'm wearing right now, is the Nike early 2000s embroidered Nike swoosh sweatshirt. Now I actually picked this up on my way home, which this is ironic to the whole story I've been telling the whole video about not spending any more money after I go somewhere. I was actually on my way home and I stopped at the Thrift, and while I was in there I came across this sweatshirt. I came across it before I was about to leave, so I ended up grabbing it, and I thought it was going to be more expensive in the thrift store just because they've been kind of weird with their prices recently, but I was actually able to pick this up for $7, and that was actually extremely relieving because if anyone of you know, the Travis Scott effect is actually banging on items like this right now. So to dodge that Travis tax, that Kanye tax, like, it's a big deal. So I was actually super hyped coming home last weekend with this on top of everything else that I had found, because it literally just made it feel like it was the icing or the cherry on top of like the cake or your sundae, because this is Travis to the max right here. But with that being said, let's get right into the shoes. Alright, now for most of these shoes I'm going to try to go over very briefly, just because the shoes are extravagant on their own and I don't really need to talk about them like that, honestly, because they'll have future videos. But the first pair that we actually do have up are the Jordan 2 Wingets from 2016, and I actually picked these up today for $75, and they're actually, why did I just do that? They're actually a pretty straight shoe. You can't go wrong with a black and white sneaker, and this is a sneaker I've been looking at since they actually released. So to get them now is actually very satisfying, and I will either be doing a cleaning video on here or on my thrift page. So stay tuned for that, and actually let's get into the very next sneaker. Last but not least, we have a certified classic in my opinion, and that is the Air Jordan 7 in the hair colorway. But to make this pair even more special than it already is, this is actually the pair from 2008 in the Countdown pack. Now there was a pair that was released in 2017, but just the leather qualities and everything like that were not up to par with how this actually was in the Countdown pack. I believe in that time it was around $155 just for this one shoe itself, but the pack was actually $310 actually. But I actually ended up picking these up for $76 last weekend. It was this and the Travis Scott tee, and I am not going to hold you. I am so excited to have this Jordan 7 colorway in my collection. It's one of the shoes that I've always loved, and it's just super duper dope and super clean, and I already have an outfit planned for this. So stay tuned for that, and let's wrap up the video. That will wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed just looking at some of the pickups that I picked up in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. As you can see, it was clearly a lot of things, but I have been trying to get rid of stuff just so I can have a more well-rounded collection, things like that. And also, I am trying to get back into the vibe of recording videos, so bear with me. It's been a while just with school and everything like that going on, but you already know how we get it popping over here, and we finna get this all under control, especially come December. I am Naaz. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and also let me know what your favorite pickup was from either what I picked up in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, or something that you picked up in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It could even be just a super dope pencil sharpener or something like that, because you know, we all on the Zoom call, but we still all gotta do homework. But I'm Naazir TV. Catch you guys in the next video. And I feel like I have more to say, but I don't. I'm just full of energy because I'm happy to be back and recording. So until the next video, I will catch y'all on the flip. Peace.